All right, loves, so we are making steamed fish today, and as you saw before, I showed you cutting up the fish and stuff. So I got this is fresh parrot. I got this from Helsha Beach in Jamaica. So this is straight from the ocean. So I went and got it off the boat from the fishermen. So yes, so we have a parrot here. So all I did was cut off all the fins and stuff, because of course when I bought it there I paid them to clean it and all of that. I don't like cleaning fish, so I definitely asked them to do it. I just come home and clip off the gills, the fins and stuff like that, I mean. Alright, so what you just saw me do was do the mix to make the rub for the steamed fish. Now anytime I'm doing, whether it's steamed fish, roast fish, fried fish, I always ensure that I season it up just like this. So what will happen, I'm going to put a slit down the side of the fish, right, just like that, see, and I'm going to turn over and do the same thing on the other side. Now if it was a bigger fish, then you put more than one cup, but because this is regular size, then just one slit. So all you do, hold the knife horizontally and cut one fish line down the side of the fish. So we're basically doing this because we want to get the rub that I just did, we want to get it into those parts of the fish. So I just cut the slit right down this section like that. So I think I have 6 fish here, because of course I'm doing it for dinner plus, you know, meal prep. Alright, so it's as simple as that, just cutting it down the section. You can come up, fish. Alright, so when we were out there today, I'm so like, when I was leaving, I was like, oh my gosh, I should have videoed out here, because we got some lobsters, we got king crab. So I'm like, the next time I go, I'm definitely going to do a video. Hopefully I go and then I can insert that video in this, insert that footage, sorry, in this video. Alright, so we have slit all of our fish. Now what we are going to do from here is simply to take the rub that we just made, and we're just going to rub it up in the fish. That's it. So you're going to take it, just take some of it, and you're going to hold it and sprinkle it in the crevices that you just created. Simple as that. See? You're going to open the top part of the fish here. I'm going to sprinkle it in there as well. So I want it all over the fish. Next side, open, sprinkle it down into, sorry, it was out of camera, so open it, sprinkle it down into that section. Alright, so let me do another. Open the cut right there, sprinkle the rub in it. Open the top part of the fish, sprinkling the rub in there as well. So we never just go and cook our fish. I don't cook fish like that. To me, fish can't taste good, so you have to be seasoning everything. Alright, so that is simply how we get our fish seasoned when we are going to cook it. As I said, I do this however I want to do the fish. Grill, roast, fried, steam, same way. I ensure I season it properly. Alright, so we're just gonna fast forward to the rest of this. Alright, loves, so as you saw me earlier seasoning up the fish, there they are. Just look at that. So the eyes, them pretty and a glisten. Yes. Alright, so what we're going to do, as I said, we're doing steamed fish. So I'm getting all of the things prepared for the pot. Now this is a 1-pot meal for me. Everything I do in 1 pot, and this takes about 20 minutes, 25 the most. So what I have here, I have some Maggi Jamaican cock soup mix with pumpkin. No, you can buy the regular cock soup, but this is the one that I have, so I always use this in my steamed fish, guys. Always. All right, I have some pumpkin here, and in our little pan here I have some carrots, I have some okra, I have scallion, I have thyme, I have sweet pepper, and I have some onion here as well, and I have some tomatoes. And lazy people cooking, I have some minced garlic here that I bought from our local grocery store. You see, kind of wet because it's in the fridge. It was in the fridge, right? So that's it. So we're gonna cut up all of these all of the vegetables, and we're gonna put everything in there. And when I get there, I'll tell you. So let's get into cutting up all of these things. Now, the pumpkin, I left the skin on because you can eat it, guys. It's edible. All I did was ensure that I washed it with a kitchen brush very clean, so it's not dirty at all. You make sure you get off all the dirt off of it because we want it to stay. So I'm just going to cut it into cubes. That's all we're doing. Now be very careful because it can be a little bit tedious to cut, so just be very mindful of your fingers and all of that. All right, so we do that, and as I said, I'm just going to cut them into big cubes, or big pieces. I don't want them too small because you know once you put the start cook, pumpkin easy to mash. All right, so that's it. Now, as I said, this is a one-pot meal for me because everything goes into one pot, and that's all I'm going to cook. Well, it can be a one pot because I'm going to be doing some with it. When I'm plating, I'm going to add some baked sweet potatoes, and baked plantain. Alright, I think I'm going to cut those in two because they're kind of big, but that's it, guys. And that's all we're doing. I'm going to cut them in two because they're kind of thick. So I'm gonna cut them in two, just like that. And guys, this is one of the easiest things to cook, and it's a healthy option to cook too. If you don't ever want the whole heap of rice and stuff, you can definitely you don't have to cook it with all of that, right? So you know us here in Jamaica, when we cook, we always put it in ours as well. Crackers. Now I think I'm gonna cut them in two like this, because I think for me that's a little bit too big. So I'm just going to slice them in two and pop them in our little container there. Alright, so we're going to fast forward through the rest of this, and as I said, I'm going to cut up the rest of the seasoning as well. Alright, so you saw me cut up all of the vegetable here, and what I did was, while I was cutting it, I put some in the pan. Oh my gosh, look at the colors. Ah! I'm sorry. I love to see colors when I cook. I love it. I love to see my pot looking like that. It is so pretty. Alright, so we're gonna put all of this together. As I said, this is a really simple meal to put together. So we seasoned up the fish already, and we have the garlic here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little more of the vegetable to the pot. So I'm going to add some of the okra to the bottom. Now why I put it to the bottom is because I don't want the fish to just be in the pot sitting down by itself on the pot itself, because I don't want it to stick to the bottom of the pot. So I always put some of the vegetable right at the bottom so that the fish has something to lay on, plus it will get the seasoning from not just the stuff on top but the stuff at the bottom as well. So that is what we look like. So we're just gonna go ahead and add the fish now to the pot. So all right, love, so we're gonna go ahead and put the fish in the pot. So here we have them, and we're just gonna lay them down like that. That's it. So that is what we're gonna do. And as I said, I always put it at the bottom, some of the vegetable at the bottom, because I don't want the fish to be stuck to the bottom of the pot, for one, and two, I wanted to get the seasoning as well from down there too. So what you can even do is like push some of the seasoning in there. So we can do that like in the cavity of the fish. I can take a carrot, some onions, and you can stuff it in there. As I said, you have several ways that you can do this. So it just depends on the mood I'm in. If I'm in the mood to take forever, I will do this. If I'm not, then I can't bother, I just leave it. So it just depends on what you're in the mood for. So as I said, sometimes I will stuff stuff in the cavity of the fish. And like that. So this is our last fish. And all 6 is in the pot. Now once I've done that, then the rest of the vegetable we are going to go ahead and sprinkle on top. And I added some of the garlic to the vegetable as well. So you go ahead and you stick the thyme, all the pieces of, or the sprigs of thyme all over it. Because we're not adding any salt to this, guys, it's just the Maggi cock soup we're going to add to it. Now if you don't want the Maggi cock soup, you can use a vegetable one if you'd like. You can even use a fish tea one if you like. I just prefer to use this one. I've used a vegetable one too before, and that's good as well. But the fish one, for some reason, nah, I don't want that one. So we just cover all of this with the vegetable. Oh my gosh, that's why I said, guys, this is a one-pot meal for me. Because this, with all of the vegetable plus the crackers that's going to be on top of it, full you. As I said, I'm going to bake some sweet potato, yes, but I don't have to because you don't necessarily need it. So if you notice, the fish is completely covered. That is what I like to see. No. So that's it. Now once we do that, I am going to go ahead and sprinkle the, I'm going to mix the cock soup with some water and then pour it over it. About 2 cups of water, because you don't want too much water in there, and then just allow it to cook. So let me get some water for this cock soup. Right, so we're going to go ahead and pour the cock soup mixture over it. So this was about 2.5 cups of water. Now we still have the little noodles from the cock soup. We're sprinkling that on top too. We want all of it. Trust me, guys, this makes your steamed fish taste like a piece of heaven. Like, so good. All right, now enough water is in the pot. If you see we tilt it, you can still see the water there. We don't need any more than that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the fire on and allow this to cook for about 20 to 25 minutes. You don't want to overcook the fish, so you just cover it and allow it to cook. Now what I'm probably going to do, because my pot there's a slight opening in it, I'm going to cover it with foil and then cover it with the pot cover, because I want it to be sealed so it even helps it to steam, so I don't need any extra water. Alright, so that is it, loves. That is how simple it is to put together our steamed fish. So good. Just look at the colors. It's so bright and pretty. You can see the little fish peeking through there. So when we are finished, when it's finished actually, when we're turning off the stove, that is when you're going to add the crackers to it, because I don't want the crackers very soft in it. You still want it to have a little bite. So when it's finished, then we're going to put the crackers in it. But that's it, loves. Look at that, see there? Yes. All right, so I'm gonna cover it now with the foil and add the cover to it. All right, love, so it's been 27 minutes, exactly 27 minutes, and I'm just taking this off now. And look at that. Yes. 27 minutes, guys. Now let me find the fish in there for you. Look at that. The fish is cooked to perfection, people. That is it. We're finished. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. All I'm gonna do now is to get the crackers. Guys are coming. I'm going for the crackers. Oh, wait there. Right. So sorry about that, loves. I hope you were hearing me. I went to get the crackers. So all we're gonna do is just stick a couple of them in there. And that's it. So I said it's a one-pot meal, people. That is it, as simple as that. And once you're done, we're gonna turn it off and just leave the crackers in there and keep it covered. But that's it. So the next time you see it is when it is plated, but that's it, love. So I'm turning off the stove. All done. Or steamed fish, like I hope you can see the fish right there. So the fish is right there, as you can see. Right there. Finished and cooked to perfection now. See there it is. So the next time you see it, when it's plated, so good. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. Alright, love, so this is what our steamed fish looks like. Look at that. So I took a little more of the crackers because mommy don't really like a lot of crackers, but that's it. And that's why I say it is a one-pot meal, guys. So that is our steamed fish. Trust me, it is so good. Look at the little pumpkin in the cavity of the fish. Ah! Love it. It's going to be so good, loves. So yeah, that's it. Alright, so thanks so much for watching, loves. Remember to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. You know the family is growing slowly but surely, and we are grateful. Alright, so I will see you in the next video. Yes, look at that. Hey.